Hello, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome back to TCM and more of our 100th anniversary salute to Warner Brothers, now part of the family of companies owned by Warner Brothers Discovery, which also includes TCM. In 1978, Warner Brothers broke new ground by producing Hollywood's first superhero blockbuster movie, Superman, starring Christopher Reeve. We just had it here on TCM. But it was our next film that really cemented the studio's status as one of the world's leading producers of superhero action movies. From 1989, this is Batman. Following the success of Superman and its sequels, it seemed inevitable that Warner's would tackle another character in the DC Comics universe, but it took a decade to get this Batman production off the ground. The property had been in development for years, but widespread disagreement over how to tell the story kept pushing the project back. Several directors came and went, including Ivan Reitman and Joe Dante. Finally, a relative newcomer named Tim Burton, who turned 31 in 1989, showed interest in the project. He got the job despite making just one other feature film prior to landing the gig, and it was not a picture that suggested Burton would be a natural for Batman. It was Pee-wee's Big Adventure. There was still some trepidation from Warner Brothers in regards to Burton. However, after he'd been hired, but before Batman went into production, Burton's second feature, the wildly visually compelling horror comedy Beetlejuice, landed in theaters and became a hit. The unorthodox choice to hire Burton came with some unorthodox requests from the director. First, Burton insisted on getting rid of Batman's sidekick Robin, not even mentioning the boy wonder in the film. Second, Burton wanted the movie to have a dark and sinister look inspired by Frank Miller's graphic novel, The Dark Knight Returns. Burton also wanted Danny Elfman, who'd done the soundtrack for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, to compose the score. Most surprising of all, perhaps, he decided to cast a comedy star, Michael Keaton, in the title role. Keaton, a truly great actor who is still somehow underappreciated, had led the cast of Beetlejuice. All of these choices made many Batman fans nervous, but the results surpassed everybody's expectations. The movie wasn't just a hit, it was the highest-grossing film of the year and launched Batman as one of the most important movie characters of all time. From 1989, here's something perhaps I should have mentioned earlier, also starring Jack Nicholson as the Joker. This is Batman. Tim Burton's Batman was by far the biggest hit in movie theaters in 1989, and Batman merchandise started appearing everywhere. Today, that's nothing new. Superhero movies are always accompanied by a merchandising blitz. In 1989, though, that trend was just beginning. Film also spawned two hit soundtracks, one of Danny Elfman's score, another of pop songs by Prince that were used in the movie. Three big-screen sequels followed. Batman Returns from 1992, also directed by Tim Burton, starring Michael Keaton. Then Batman Forever from 1995 with Val Kilmer, and Batman and Robin in 1997, starring George Clooney. As you know, Warner Brothers has rebooted the series often, with Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson playing the Caped Crusader in the latest two incarnations. The studio has also spun off characters into their own films, notably Joker from 2019, directed by Todd Phillips, which earned Joaquin Phoenix the Academy Award for Best Actor. Coming up, we're sticking around the studio in the 1970s and 80s, but switching gears for a lineup of more intimate movies about women, beginning with a film from 1978 directed by Claudia Weil. Girlfriends is next on TCM.